As you take your Model Magic out of the bag and press it flat, we're going to work with the primary colors first. So I'm working with blue here and using a cookie cutter to cut out a shape in blue. I would suggest possibly using wax paper or something that would allow you to peel the paper from the shape that you cut out rather than trying to peel the shape up from the paper. It might preserve your shape a little bit better. So now we're going to work with the yellow, and after we finish working with the yellow, we will be moving on to work with the red, and those will take care of our three primary colors. So the primary colors on our color wheel are the colors that can't be mixed. We start with those three colors anytime we want to make other colors. So just like we start with those colors, we are going to use those colors out of the Model Magic as we mix together the secondary colors. So the first secondary color that we're going to use, we're going to take half of our package of blue and half of our package of yellow and really mix that together. Very, very good. Getting a nice, solid green. And then we will flatten that out and cut out another shape. For our next secondary color, we're going to take half of a package of red and half of a package of yellow and mix that together really, really well, and we will end up with orange. And again, we're going to flatten that out and cut out another shape. Secondary color, we'll take the other half of the red and the blue, and we're going to mix that up really, really good again and end up with purple, or on the color wheel we call that one violet. And then we will flatten it out and cut out our last big shape. With the remaining colors that you have, the primary, secondary, red, yellow, blue, green, orange, and violet, we're going to use a smaller cookie cutter, and we're going to cut out as many of those small shapes as we can with the remaining Model Magic of all of the colors. And we'll use these to add a little bit of extra interest as we assemble the color wheel. So as soon as you have finished cutting out all of your shapes, set them all aside to dry, probably overnight. Will give them a nice amount of dryness that we can work with, and then we will put them all together. and I'm going to arrange them on this square black piece of mat board, And I'm just going to work with them and see what it is I like. How do I want to arrange them? I'm just going to play with them while they're nice and firm, and I can twist them and turn them and find some kind of arrangement that I like. And once I have that done, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of each one. And as soon as all of these have been glued down, I'll be ready to start working with all those little extra pieces that we made from our leftover colors. So I've ended up with about 3 to 4 extra little heart shapes, and I'm going to be matching up these shapes with the main big shape's complementary color. So the complementary color is the color that would be directly opposite on the color wheel. So we've arranged our big shapes, and we had the primaries yellow, red, and blue, and we had some space between them. And in between the yellow and the red, we put the orange, which we mixed up. And between the red and the blue, we had the violet that we mixed up. And lastly, between the blue and the yellow, we had the green that we mixed up. So when we arrange those all touching, we end up with yellow directly across from violet, and blue directly across from orange, and red directly across from the green. So all of my little heart shapes are going to be matched up on the color that is their complement. So I have some violet hearts sitting on top of my yellow Snoopy shape, and some green hearts around my red Snoopy shape, and I've just played with arranging them until I find a solution that I really kind of like. And then I will glue them all down, and we will have a completely finished color wheel. And once you allow the glue to set up and dry for just a little bit, it's all finished and good to go.